Hello and welcome to Arsenal Domination, where I want to talk about Arsenal striker options. Arsenal scored a lot of goals in the previous 2 seasons, but obviously that fell off last season. I suspect that's going to be somewhat of an anomaly, but Arsenal undoubtedly will be looking to add a number 9 to compete and/or upgrade on Kai Havertz, and I think that's the right option. Arsenal have been linked with a few strikers in this window. Um, I think we have to sort of take some of those links with a pinch of salt, but Gyokeres and Sesko seem to be the favourites, although I think Arsenal fans and Arsenal themselves would ideally like Alexander Isak, but I think the cost is going to be prohibitive, particularly given Newcastle had Champions League football, and he seems very, very settled there. Others have been mentioned as well, Alvarez most recently, but Ollie Watkins apparently. But we'll see, as I say, I think it will come down to Sesko or Gyokeres. So let's have a look at those two. And Victor Gyokeres, I think the Portuguese man who has scored, not Portuguese, he's Swedish, he's playing in the Portuguese league. He is very physical, very athletic striker, tends to be able to drift wide as well as go through the middle. He's got a decent touch and decent hold up play as well, but probably on its best in transition. He's got 49 goals this season. And I think it was sort of around 30 last season as well. 19 of those this season have been penalties, but even so, that's an impressive goal scoring record. And obviously one of the knocks on him is that he's playing in just the Portuguese league, which is not one of the top leagues. But he has got 6 goals in the Champions League this year, playing for Sporting, and I think that's not to be sniffed at. And of course, comes with English experience from the Championship with Coventry, where he was incredibly impressive too. Arsenal reportedly sort of close to a move and sort of edging closer to a move. The Sporting president's come out to say that Gyokeres isn't necessarily for sale. They're sort of not looking to sell him, but reportedly there is a gentleman's agreement he can go for less than his release clause. And if Arsenal need to, there is a release clause there. But of course, from a financial perspective, it is in their interest to negotiate that because they can spread the payment for FFP, which gives them more spending power elsewhere in this window. He's probably not the greatest system fit, as in absolute 100% ideal for what we have, but I think he's very, very close, and I think we'd be tweaking the system rather than changing it. Just going to show the other one, I think he's more raw. I think potentially with a greater ceiling than Gyokeres. He plays in a very sort of similar way to Havertz. He comes links play from deep, but he is far more willing to take a shot on. His build-up play not the greatest attribute, but at 21 has time to develop that. But he potentially at the moment comes with a greatest price tag. When I'm looking at the two, I think for me it's Victor Gyokeres. I've been keen on him for 2 years. I think Arsenal need a striker for now. Sesko may be the missed opportunity in a few years, but Arsenal are in the win now phase for my money. Gyokeres is the most complete, and I think that slight difference in approach will be useful for Arsenal. So it's Gyokeres for me.